I'm a man, like I'm not on this little kid shit like Tommy Fury is. He's 22 years old, but I'm 25, but I've lived like 8 lifetimes. I've been through so much shit. So he doesn't even, he's not even in the same arena as me when it comes to passion, heart, being a real fighter, a real warrior. I'm a dog. I'm unstoppable. No one can beat me. So how is this little 22-year-old delusional kid who thinks he's his brother? He really thinks he's his brother. He has the ego of his brother. He has the bravado of his brother, but he fights like shit. Like his dad. His dad was a shitty fighter. Not that many people know, but you can go type in John Fury getting knocked out multiple times. It's all over YouTube. So Tommy seems to embody the fighting spirit of his dad, and Tyson Fury is just, actually a good fighter. So, this kid's just out of his league, and his mouth and the way he talks is better than his fighting. I think he was just really well prepared, and I think it was more so a reflection of my own performance versus him being, super outstanding. I couldn't get my momentum going like I wanted to, and I just felt kind of flat.
Yeah, you felt flat out there. How about talking about his strength? That was a big, factor that a lot of people thought about. Of course, they saw his build and how he looked. Was he stronger than you anticipated?
No. I think he was exactly the fighter that I expected him to be. I think his combinations were the thing that were a bit more impressive. But more so, again, like it was a reflection of my own performance and me just not fighting the way I know I can.
Before we take questions from the media, can I ask what the game plan was going into the fight?
Yeah, look, it's just pressure, come forward, stick it on him, keep the combinations going, fake coming in, work to the body, throw my 1-2s, don't stop jabbing, sharp on the defense. We knew his jab was going to be long and fast, taking away the jab, getting him, coming in with the check hook, which started to work.
You landed that right hand a couple of times. Were you surprised that it didn't phase him or didn't hurt him as much as you thought it might?
I didn't really land it flush. Man. And I think that was, a part of the reason it was tough for me to get my best shots going. Just me setting them up. I don't know what it was, but I just didn't have that, energy. So I guess that happens. That happens. I felt like this in the first Tyron Woodley fight when we went all 8 rounds. I just felt kind of flat. But that obviously that fight I just was able to pull it off. But it happens in the sport sometimes in these big moments, I guess.
Jake Paul, you're a #1 pussy, and you will not fight me because you know how it's going to go. Get in the ring on February and you will see I'm going to destroy you. And you've looked into my eyes tonight and I'm looking straight down the camera now. I will destroy you.
Let's talk about the knockdowns. I saw when you got knocked down, you got up and you seemed astonished. What happened there?
No, I would be honest. There's no excuses coming from me. That was a slip. I'll be dead honest. The floor was wet and that was it. I would make no excuses. If it was a knockdown, I would say it was, but that genuinely wasn't. I got up, was fine, continued.
Now, both of you said the other would be an easy win. I don't think either one of you would say that now.
Listen, Jake Paul's a tough guy. He's a good competitor, and at the end of the day, he's trained hard, and he is where he is. But at the end of the day, I feel like, I won the fight. Maybe a bit more than the score card suggested. I landed a hell of a lot of shots, flurries of punches. He landed the odd one here and there, but my work rate was higher.
He has decided, at least in the post-fight interview, to extract that rematch clause. Says he wants to do it again for sure. If he does do that, how does this fight change in the second time around?
This was my main event. It's the first time at the big dance. I came here, I delivered. I'm only going to grow from this stronger. There's a lot of pressure on my shoulders tonight. But the next big event I go into, I'll have the experience and you'll see a much better fighter.